Hey, it's Similoli here, and in this video I'm going to show you how I trade live using the RSI and moving averages. Now, moving averages are actually my favorite indicator of all times. If I'm going to trade with only one, it's going to be the moving averages. But as you know, it's almost impossible to find any one indicator that can help you trade profitably as often as you need to. This is why it's important to use, if you're into using indicators, then it's important that you use a couple of them to complement each other or to confirm each other. In this video, I'm going to use the moving averages as well as RSI to show you how to make close to perfect entries into a trade, as well as to exit the trade at the best time to maximize your profits. Okay then, so let's get into it. I'm on my trade simulator and I've pulled up a Tesla chart. I've got it on a 1 minute time frame. And the stock is in sell-off mode right now. It started at about $455 on the day, and now it's down a good 40 bucks, and it's still going down. But what's making me interested in the stock at this point is the fact that it's in a state of being oversold. So the blue lines down here on the RSI indicator tells us that the stock is in oversold territory. Now, what goes down must at some point go back up again, and this also is the case for stocks. What I'm waiting for is for this blue RSI oversold line to cross back up above the 30 RSI. When that happens, it indicates a trend reversal. That's what I'm looking for, a trend reversal. Earlier on, we see an RSI crossover here, but that was very short-lived because it wasn't a true reversal. With a true reversal, we'll have a situation something like this over here, where there'll be that decisive move upwards and hopefully over the 20-day moving average. That wasn't the case here. So we'd call this a fake out. The RSI attempted to cross over the 30-day line, but it was a failed attempt. Hopefully, with this second attempt here, we'll see some real price action in the upward direction. It's hit a low of the day. Question is it going to sell off some more, or is it going to reverse and head back up? I want to make my purchase at the point at which it reverses. Remember, the RSI is used mainly to indicate a trend reversal, and in order to maximize profits, you really want to get in as close to that point of reversal as possible. Okay, RSI has changed direction. Question is, can it cross over the 30 RSI line? The MACD also is attempting a crossover. We have this green candle. So far, it's taken out this red candle. It looks like it wants to take out the second candle as well. So this shows a power movement in this green candle. There's a lot of buying pressure that's taken out two red candles. The more red candles a green candle can take out, the greater the buying pressure. Buying pressure sends the price of a stock straight up. And here is that crossover we were looking for, confirmed by the MACD crossover and The moving average is getting there. We don't have a golden cross right now, but it's looking like it. At any point from the RSI crossing over, being confirmed by at least one other indicator would be a good point at which to enter into a trade. Now, if you're super conservative, you would actually wait for price action to cross above the 20-day moving average. Over the past so many minutes, price action has been choppy around the 20-day, so it actually moving up above the 20-day would be a very good sign that price action intends to keep going higher. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move into my simulated trade. Here I've pulled up my trading platform. And again, we're waiting for that point at which RSI crosses over the 30 line. And we have some green activity going on over here. The RSI also is approaching that 30 RSI line. Once the RSI crosses over this 30 line, as you can see, it's hovering just under it, 29.30, 29.30 there. Once it crosses over it, it reflects this price reversal. Now, is this going to be a fake out like it was here, where the price reversal didn't really last long? The RSI has crossed over, the MACD has crossed over. Now, you could decide to wait for the moving averages to cross as well and have a nice golden cross before entering a trade. So I would get in the trade now. I have my MACD confirmation. You could decide to wait for a moving average confirmation, but I'm going to enter into a trade and pick up 10 shares. And I'm already long the position by 10 shares. The more the indicators that confirm the movement that you're looking for, the better the trade. So now we've got the three confirmations, the RSI, MACD. Price action in itself is a good indication with a very powerful movement in the upward direction. Gotta look out for this red candle. Of course, at this point, you always want to set your stop limit. So you want to set your stop limit at the bottom of the previous candle you entered on. So if I entered on this green candle, I probably would want to set my stop limit right below this previous red candle with a low of 405. The minute price action crosses over the 20-day moving average, it just indicates the degree or the strength of the movement. My P&L has finally turned green. You always want to exit your trades on the uptick. So as price action is increasing, you want to slowly get out of the trade with profit. So I'm going to slowly start selling. I'm down to 7 shares right now. I've sold 3 at a profit. So at this point, I'll decide to exit the trade because I see a death cross on the MACD. I see one on the moving average. I could exit the trade for a profit of $97.49, or I could decide to wait it out. Depends on really how risk averse you are. So if you are risk averse, at the first sign of any cross, on the MACD or the 1 minute moving average, you just want to exit the trade. One thing I tend to pay attention to is whether price action remains above the 20-day moving average. For as long as it remains above the 20-day moving average, I tend to stay in the trade. Now remember, I'm working off a 1 minute time frame. I was confident enough to stay in this trade through this 2 minute sell-off only because it did not dip below the 20-day moving average. We can see it's bounced right off it. Looking for another golden cross. So we have another looming golden cross. And the golden cross did occur, and price action is moving accordingly in the upward direction. So that's the level I've just drawn. And this new high on the green candle has taken out the previous high. And at this point, I just want to exit the trade altogether for a P&L of about $150. We have an overbought setup here where initially we have this cross on the moving averages. So we have the golden cross occurring with the 3-day and the 8-day moving averages. A few candlesticks later, we have a slight MACD crossover, but a crossover nonetheless, followed by a crossover on the RSI. So with the RSI crossing over the 70 line, we have a situation now where the stock is technically in overbought territory. From this point on, price action increased, but what we're looking for is the point at which we have the death cross, both on the moving averages, the MACD, and where the RSI crosses back down below the 70 line. This would be our exit point. So we're using these 3 indicators to confirm each other, to let us know that it's time to exit the trade. Soon after, price action plummeted. Well, that's it, folks. I'll see you guys on the next video.